Today I have the job of cleaning all of our colored contacts, and as you can see, we do have a plethora of them. All I do is I take all the colored contacts out of their cases. If you have prescription, make sure to separate out in different cups. The left contacts all go in their own cup, and the right contacts go in their own cup as well. That way you keep your prescriptions the same. We have planos, so I don't necessarily have to worry about that, but I'm going to do it just because it's my own personal preference to keep them all together, is I am going to separate out the lefts and the rights into their own cups. And then I am going to boil the cases. I'm just going to pour in solution so that I can make a little swimming pool for our contacts. I do have quite a lot, so I'm going to have to use quite a lot. Thankfully this is the cheap, not brand name contact solution. It works for us. Just plain saline solution. I will be using these soft tweezers that come with some of these colored contacts to pluck out the colored contact. It just prevents me from having to touch all of the colored contacts, and then I'm going to put them into the solution pool. And then the excess solution I'm just going to dump out in the sink. This is why regular maintenance on contacts is so important. This case hasn't been open since VisionCon, so it's been a few months, and it's already started to grow a little bit of nasty, and we do not want that, obviously. So it is always a good thing, even if you're not going to wear them anytime soon, to just come check on them and make sure that they're clean. Maybe even if you don't think that they're growing anything, or that they seem fine, you might just change out the solution anyway, because you really do not want to have this be what's been growing on your eyeball. All the contacts are out of their cases. They're all in their own little solution baths, and now we've got to throw all of these into the jacuzzi. Stir them all in. Unfortunately, it looks like my pot is just a little bit too small for all of these contact cases to fit in, but with a little stirring and stuff it should be fine. Also to remember that because the contact cases are plastic, if they are exposed to heat for a little too long and stuff, they will get a little bendy, so just make sure to not move them around way too harshly. Otherwise they might bend and then cool bent, and that wouldn't be too good, so just be a little nice to them. Not that you need this reminder, but please be careful because you could get burned. I got my little finger a little bit with the steam, and oh, it still hurts really bad. So be careful. While everything is boiling, we're going to move on to cleaning the contacts. Basically, I just shake them around a whole lot, try to loosen if there's anything attached to them, which hopefully there's not, but just in case there's any little nasty debris, it'll hopefully shake on off if I shake it around, swirl it around, and then very carefully, so not to drain out any of the contacts themselves, I'm going to pour out the contact solution and then re-rinse them with another round of contact solution. Alright, so now all of these are drained of the contact solution. A helpful hint, if you have them, is using paper coffee filters to drain out the solution without risk of losing any of the contacts into the sink. I do not have any on me, but I was able to very carefully, and with help of just kind of pushing them back with the tweezers, able to slowly drain out all of the liquid. And now I'm just going to add some more and rinse them a second time with contact solution. While I was doing the second rinse, I see that there is a itty bitty little debris that came off of one of these contacts. That is good that we got that, because you do not want that in your eyeball at all. It looks small, but it will hurt a whole lot if that is found in your eyeball. Upon further swirling, it seems like we do have a little calcium buildup right there. That is gross, and that also will hurt your eye. But that is what you're also trying to prevent, is calcium buildup on your contact lenses over time. Obviously this is a lot easier if you only have like one pair of colored contacts or so, but if they get attached, you can use your fingers. Just make sure that you wash your hands anytime that you're touching your contacts just to prevent any germs from being transmitted onto your colored contact. Also, it's good to note to try to keep your colored contacts from flipping inside out. Make sure you know which side is the outside and which side is the inside, because nothing is worse than putting a wrong side out contact into your eyeball. It will burn if the paint touches your eye. So just keep that in mind to try to keep them flipped to the correct side. Our contact cases are no longer boiling, so I'm going to just carefully take them over to the pasta strainer and drain out any remaining water. Well, hello there. Drain out any of the water that might be staying in these little capsules. Be careful of touching them if they're still hot, obviously. And leave them to cool. Now time to put the contacts back in their contact cases. I'm going to take individually each contact, run a stream of saline solution over them while they are over a strainer, and then put them in their own individual case with contact solution, obviously, in each little pocket. During cleaning, it is always good to also check for any tears or abrasions or any paint defects on your contacts that may have happened over time, any calcium buildup. And if you do notice any tears or anything that just doesn't seem right, it is probably best to then discontinue using those contact lenses. Obviously, your eye's safety is a lot more important than your cosplay's look for your eyeballs, so if your eyes are hurting whenever you're using colored contacts, try switching them around, see if maybe you have the wrong side inside out. It's sometimes very hard to tell. Obviously, I'm flipping this around, and it is very hard to tell which side is the inside and which side is the outside, which side has the paint. With these colored contacts, however, it is a lot easier to tell which side has the paint and which side does not. So, obviously that is the painted side, and this is the inside. But some contacts are just very difficult to tell which side is the painted side and which side is not the painted side. But your eye will burn a whole lot if the paint side is on your eye. That is something to keep in mind. But even if you're flipping them inside out and nothing is working and you're using tons of contact solution on them while they're in your eye, while they're out of your eye, and your eyes are just hurting, it is probably best to discontinue using the contact and just wear your cosplay without them, because you do not want to risk eye infection or eye abrasions of any sort. And there you have it, all of our contacts are clean. Links are in the description of review videos of some of these contacts, and also coupon codes to colored contact websites that we have sponsors with. A question we get asked frequently is, where do we even buy our colored contacts? Personally, we do buy online from different colored contact sites that are just for colored contacts or dedicated to cosplay items. We do know that there are some anime conventions that have booths that sell colored contacts, and those are very helpful because you're able to see what the opaqueness of the contact is going to be like. An example being, these are colored contacts that KE has bought from an anime convention, and we very much did like how opaque they were because they did cover up her dark eyes. A comparison of opaqueness in contacts, these are both blue contacts that KE had ordered hoping they would work for Haru. This one definitely did not work. It's too light and not opaque enough that they darkened up completely on her eyes. You could barely tell there was any blue. Whereas these ones she is now going to be using for Haru because they are a lot more opaque and a darker blue. These were the very first contacts that I had ever personally purchased, and I actually found them on vacation at a beauty store, and I know not many stores are able to carry them or do want to carry them, and sometimes it is hard to even find them at cons, so that is why we personally do shop online for our contacts. We enjoy Uniqso and Pinky Paradise a whole lot, and links are down below for those, and we have done quite a few review videos for them as well. Another question we are frequently asked is, what is this little suction cup tool that comes in some of these cases for? Personally, I don't know exactly what its purpose was for, and I hope that the way that I use it is correct, is I use it to put my contact into my eye. I will set the contact on top of it and then slowly put it in my eye, because I am not a contact wearer other than for cosplay, so I still have trouble poking my eye and I cannot seem to do it with my finger, but this makes it so much more easy to put the contact in. So that is what it is for as far as for us. I know that some people have said that it is for removing the contact, and I guess that works too, but it is a really handy tool if you do not want to touch the contact with your finger, or you do have trouble poking your eye with the contact. This is a very helpful tool. We get asked often what contacts we would recommend for specific characters, and honestly that is completely up to your personal eye contacts and your preference for the character's eye colors. So we can't completely answer that, but we can give you the hint that there are lots of great review pictures from actual customers on places like Pinky Paradise and Unique. So it is always good to see the customer review pictures, because you get a better understanding of what they'll look like on darker eyes or lighter eyes, and what they'll look like in different lighting. There are contacts that will make your eyes a bit bigger in appearance, and sometimes it is nice to see in the review pictures if they're going to make your eye a little larger, if you want that, if you don't want that. And some of them can make you look a little more cartoony. Some of them also might have a bit bigger of a pupil. There is a wide variety of different types of colored contacts out there, so keep an eye out for whatever your specifics for your cosplay are. There are the ones that cover the pupils, like this one has a red pupil. There are some that are just a completely solid color around the entire iris. These ones have sparkles, giving a cute little anime effect. And these ones are pretty realistic looking on your eye and don't enlarge in your eye at all. The world is your oyster when it comes to finding colored contacts right for you and your cosplay. Just always make sure to use the safety precautions for your own eye and have a lot of fun. I hope that this video has been educational for you. If it has been, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe for more cosplay content. Thank you.